Hey everyone, Tim with Collect Jurassic here with something really cool today. If you didn't know already, Magic the Gathering is preparing the first ever Jurassic Park and Jurassic World crossover event with tons of cards coming our way. They're really cool. There's 47 in all to collect, and they'll be out on November 14th. And before that happens, I did want to put together a little collector's guide for everybody to walk you through each card and how you can get them, your best chance at scoring them in the different packs. So let's go ahead and jump right into our first card. This is and we're going to take a closer look at this first card just so you can see all the different details we'll be looking at every card. But this is the Don't Move. You can see here in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the R001. That indicates which series or which number of card this is in this series. A series, again, of like 45 plus 2. So 47 cards in all. This first one, though, Don't Move, of course, is showing that famous, iconic Jurassic Park scene with Alan Grant and the T-Rex. You can see the little gold Rex symbol in the middle right there. Shows that this is a rare card, so not a common card. Then, of course, all these other pieces apply to the Magic game itself, which I'm not going to take you through. This is more just about which cards you can collect from Jurassic. We'll talk about, basically each card and the artwork on it. So this next one is Cresting Mosasaurus, another rare card, of course, showing this famous scene from Jurassic World with the Mosasaurus jumping out of the lagoon. This is card number 2. It looks awesome. I mean, I love that they're including movie scenes. A couple of these, as you can see, this is basically straight from the movie, whereas the Don't Move card we just looked at was maybe a little bit more of an artistic, interpretation of it. But I like the balance they have across all of these cards. Look at this one, Spitting Dilophosaurus, number 3. Again, another rare card. I love this one because it almost looks like it's taken specifically from Jurassic Park, but the Dilophosaurus itself has even more presence. We saw a quick flash of it on screen, but now we're actually able to really appreciate the details here. And I kind of love the huge claws like clawing at Nedry's belly too. Just makes it all the more scarier seeing it sort of captured on a freeze frame in a card like that. Next card we have is Hunting Velociraptor, number 4 in this series. Love this one. We got 2 classic Jurassic Park raptors kind of mischievously looking at us holding the card, and you got Muldoon there in the background, sort of oblivious to them. He's got his vest and his hat and his gun, of course, but I love the way that they rendered these Jurassic Park Velociraptors. My favorite, probably one of my favorite cards in this series, and there's a lot of cards, but I just love the original artwork, and anytime I can see Jurassic Park Raptor is cool, right? Here we have Life Finds a Way. This is a really cool one, and it's an enchantment card for what it's worth. Another rare card. I like the little quotes on here. Life breaks free, it expands to new territories and crashes through barriers painfully, maybe even dangerously, but there it is from Ian Malcolm. But I love this one because we got the obviously the Sinoceratops here, but kind of standing shoulder to shoulder with some elephants, just like sort of some of the ending scenes in Jurassic World Dominion. So pretty cool rendering there. Here we have Savage Order. Meant to be based off of Jurassic Park 3, but this is definitely one with a lot of artistic interpretation here. Of course, it's the infamous Spinosaurus versus T-Rex battle, but you can see Spinosaurus is looking a little bit more paleo accurate in this update with the different size sail and sort of the different proportions on the body, but a cool interpretation of it all the same. Next up, we have this Saga card, which I'm not quite sure how this card actually interacts with the game different than the others, and that the artwork set up a little different. I mean, instead of having that description box below and the picture up above, we have a side-to-side sort of idea here, but this is one of the only cards that doesn't get a hollow, a foil embossed treatment, which we'll cover later. But it's a cool photo, or a cool piece of artwork rather, with the gates, the Amber, Rex, Grant, really cool sort of like vertical treatment there. Next up, we have Blue, the Loyal Raptor. This is card number 8, a legendary creature, of course, Blue. And this, of course, is depicting that famous showdown at the end of Fallen Kingdom. We get the Endoraptor in here too. I think this is the only place we actually get to see the Endoraptor in the Magic cards, but you can see Blue's crashing down, I think through the skylight even. The Endoraptor might already be impaled on a skull in the Lockwood Manor here, but I Gotta have blue in this, right? No surprise that they included blue. Here we have Compy Swarm. I love this one. Another one of my favorites. Card number 9. There's no reason for it to fear man. Robert Burke quote from Lost World there, but we can see who's probably Dieter Stark here behind the log, holding his little cattle prod, completely covered in a Compsognathus swarm, just like the movie. I can't get enough of compies wherever they show up, so I'm very happy that they kind of made the jump here into the Magic collection. So pretty cool stuff. We've been looking at a lot of dinosaurs, but of course there are some human characters in these cards too. Here we have Alien Alan, paleontologist. Another legendary creature, the human scientist. Another rare card, number 10 here. But I love the illustration here of Alan, as Sam Neill likeness. We have Laura Dern's likeness, looking very good, very believable, right? And I also just like the sunset coloring they have here too. It's just a really nice looking card that kind of gives us a scene of the pair outside the movies, which is the main draw for me from a lot of these cards. Here we have Grim Giganotosaurus, just a standard creature, not legendary or anything like that. You can see that the text box doesn't have the outline like the legendary creatures have, for what it's worth, but it's still just a rare card, so will be just as easy or hard to find as the other cards. But you can see the Biosyn complex burning in the background. Just a really nice rendering, again, of another iconic dinosaur with that flame on the side of its face. Very cool card, and showing that Dominion love. Here we have another legendary creature, human scientist, Henry Wu, engine scientist, hard at work in his lab. He's got all those little terrariums and aquariums back there of different creatures. He's got looks like he has the Indominus Rex genetic makeup on the screen. We don't get to see his face though. We just see his back, which is kind of funny. I wish we could see BD Wong in his full capacity, but hey, we just got an action figure. We can't be too choosy, right? But this is card number 12. Again, another rare card. But speaking of human characters and where we can definitely see their face, we have Ian Malcolm, Chaotician here. Legendary creature, of course. His little quote is, "You've heard of chaos theory." Out of all Malcolm quotes, I think that's funny they chose that one. There's certainly, he has many, many quotes. They probably could have chosen one of many, but looks like they had a lot of gameplay description they had to fit on here, so they went for a shorter quote. But a great rendering. I love, it's obviously during the Jurassic Park tour, but I love the Brachiosaurus in the background, and maybe even some free-flying Pteranodons. I don't know if that's canon, but it's cool. Next up, we have Indominus Rex Alpha. Interesting that it includes the word alpha in it, but I guess if you go off of the quote in the movie Jurassic World, the Raptors have a new alpha. Talking about Indominus Rex here, but one of my favorite pieces of artwork from across this entire collection. You have the ACU soldier in front ready to get chomped, and of course Indominus Rex looks like it jumped off the screen, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful illustration that they gave this card, number 14. Moving on, we have the Indoraptor. Oh, I guess I was wrong. They do have the Indoraptor card here, and it isn't just part of the Velociraptor blue card. Indoraptor is the perfect hybrid. It's howling at the moon. Again, sort of a recreation, reimagining of a sort of classic movie scene with the Indoraptor howling against the moon on the top of Lockwood Manor. It looks really cool here, and you can see all the quills and claws and details of the creature. So kind of a spooky portrait of Indoraptor. Next up, we have Owen Grady, Raptor Trainer. This is really cool. A lot of cool lighting elements in here. We have, of course, all 4 raptors all around Owen racing through the jungle, but you can see behind him, see the Unimog headlights piercing through the jungle, maybe even another ATV headlight, and then his own headlight too. So really nice use of lighting to sort of frame this one, and pretty decent likeness for Chris Pratt there on Owen too. But the Raptors are probably the star of that one for me. Then we have Permission Denied. This is obviously Sam Jackson's Ray Arnold character staring down Wayne Knight's Dennis Nedry, the little animation on the screen with the little Elvis from the movie. Love that stuff. Looks like he's even maybe even saying an expletive in this freeze frame, looking at that permission denied piece. And yeah, I like his, you got Nedry's desk there all messy too. So very much lifted from the movie. And again, a great likeness for Sam Jackson there. Moving on, we have the Ravenous Tyrannosaurus Rex. Of course, iconic Rexy in her probably most iconic pose with the banner falling. Definitely had to make this set at card number 18, but another rare card. Nothing, specifically hard to find about this one. This one isn't even a legendary creature for what it's worth. It's just the creature class. So, but again, just a beautiful illustration. Of course, it looks like the movie, but even better because of the beautiful style of painting that they did to put this one together. Then we have Swooping Pteranodon, another scene from Jurassic World. Possibly missed opportunity to have Zara in here, the controversial character who was dispatched by the Pteranodons and Mosasaurus in the movie. But yeah, obviously this little illustration is supposed to be depicting the swarm of Pteranodons descending on the main street of Jurassic World. So nice little nod to that part of the movie for this one. And then fittingly, we get to card number 20, which is the final card of the regular card releases. And fittingly, it's John Hammond staring solemnly at his little mosquito and amber, just like the end of Jurassic World in this Dino DNA card. So it's not even John Hammond's card, it's Dino DNA, an artifact card with the quote saying, "Dinosaurs left their blueprints behind for us," from Mr. DNA. So Mr. DNA does not get a card, but Hammond does. Or rather, his mosquito trapped in amber gets a card. Next up, we have the land cards, which are pretty cool because they're actually reversible or double-sided, if you will. They flip back and forth between one scene or another, and it's always sort of the same land, just showing a different take of it. So for the first one here, for Plains, we of course have the iconic scene. There's a lot of iconic scenes in here, right? But of course you'd expect that because you want that that representation from the movies. But we have the brachiosaurs in the lagoon with the Parasaurolophuses. Love that shot. Great shot. And then alternatively on Isla Nublar, we have a Jurassic World scene. The sort of havoc the Indominus Rex laid to waste on all those apatosaurs, with Owen and Claire in the foreground. So two scenes for Plains really working together. Same thing here with Island. I don't know why this isn't like lagoon or water, but maybe that's not a typical land for Magic. So we have Island. We, of course, have the Mosasaurus during the feeding show segment when Jurassic World was open. Crowd cheering, Mosasaur chomping down a shark, blood flowing through the water, all fun stuff. And then flipping that over, you get the Fallen Kingdom opening scene with the submarine retrieving Indominus Rex's bone, about to be eaten by the Mosasaurus. One of my favorite scenes across all the Jurassic films, actually, depicted here in the reverse side of the island card. Next, we have Mountain. We have the Gallimimus. This must be from, I'm guessing, Jurassic World, when they're doing like the gyrosphere tour on the big trucks. They're driving next to Gallimimuses. So that's probably what this is depicting more than it is like the first movie, right? But in the flip side, you have the same sort of area as Mount Sibo explodes in the background, gyrospheres flying all around. And then, of course, T-Rex roaring, another sort of like signature scene from Fallen Kingdom. But this is a great sort of flip-flop, I think, because it literally uses the exact same area one-to-one with that explosion happening in the second one. This one's pretty cool. Swamp depicts, of course, Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3 again, but I love this first image because it's technically not something directly from the film where the boat is sort of moving during daylight, not during like a storm, and the Spinosaurus is trailing behind it, versus the actual attack that happens in the movie. But here, depicted on the card, we can see the boat sinking, the fire, all that good stuff. But again, sort of a yin and yang situation where cause and effect of the Spinosaur attacking the boat, making up both the front and the back swamp cards. Pretty cool. This next land card is my favorite, Forest, showing the Velociraptor paddock as the helicopter, presumably carrying Hammond and the tourist arrives. Got the nice, intact fence, the Jurassic Park worker standing guard beautiful, mountains in the background. Love this card. If I could get this in a poster, I probably would. And then on the flip side, you have the sort of nighttime version. Probably after the fences went down, you have the broken fence. You have a couple of velociraptors ready to, go jump into the visitor center and terrorize some folks. So a really cool use of the same exact framing, same exact scene. And lastly, we have a command tower, which they're using the Discovery Center here for. This is the last of the land cards, 6 land cards. We have the Discovery Center and its, prime, all the tourists going in at Jurassic World. Then on the flip side of this card, the back side, we have it during Fallen Kingdom. It's all eroded. The time has taken its toll, and we have that Brachiosaurus with a young Brachiosaurus in front of it, which is kind of fun to see a young Brachiosaurus. Not something we've ever seen in any official Jurassic Park media. So I guess we've seen it in Camp Cretaceous, but not one this large, I guess, sort of a juvenile Brachiosaurus, if you will. That's the last of the 6 land cards. We have 20 regular cards. Next, we're going to talk about the embossed foil cards. Just to give you an example of what those are, they're the same as the regular cards, but they have a foil effect, and they have this embossed Rex, if you will, the classic logo on them. So looking at the Indominus Rex Alpha, you can really get an idea. I mean, this is really a digital preview of it. Obviously, in hand, you can't really capture that on a screen, but in hand they'll have that embossed foil effect, and this is really just illustrative of that. But again, you can get 19 of the 20 cards as embossed foils, and I'm guessing these will be a little bit rarer to find than your typical non-standard embossed foil cards, or your standard cards that don't have that embossed foil effect. So out of the 20 cards, 19 of which you can collect. And this, I think the only one you can't get from the regular cards is the Saga card with the artwork running vertical. That Saga card did not get an embossed foil, but the rest did. So if you're really keen on collecting, every single card, you're going to want to collect these ones in both editions, the standard edition and then the embossed foil effect. So makes for a little bit more of a hunt, but you'll get some really nice looking versions of each standard design if you do that. And then finally, we have 2 token cards. We have this one here that shows the baby Stegosaurus, just a token creature dinosaur. We got Sarah Harding in the foreground, another beautiful illustration with the Lost World Stegosauruses and of course the infant with Sarah taking the photo. So really just another recreation of a movie scene, but lots of great moody lighting to kind of make it feel a little more elevated, a little more gorgeous than you remember seeing it on screen. Then our last token card is the of course, the cryocell can, the treasure. It looks like it's even on the table in Costa Rica. Funny, it already has DNA vials in it, which is kind of funny. But of course, this is another just, again, iconic piece from the movie that they've really ported over well to the gameplay system of Magic by making it this token artifact treasure. But this card will be more or less a common card, so hopefully a little bit easier to find than some of the others alongside that Stegosaur card we just looked at. So where can I find all these cards? I did want to spend a little bit of time with this video covering that. Of course, these cards are all part of the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I hope I'm saying that right. Expansion coming out again on November 14th. But as far as where you can find them, there's a few different sets you can find them in. There's draft boosters, set boosters, and collector boosters. For Jurassic World cards, you won't find them in those draft boosters. For the set boosters, you'll find 1 card for every 12 packs you open. So if you buy 12 packs, don't expect to find 12 cards. If you're buying set boosters, you'll probably only find 1 card. Of course, those are odds, those are statistics, so not perfect, but you're not going to find 1 in every pack, that's for sure. Then we get to the collector boosters, where there is at least one in every pack. So if you're looking to definitely open some of these cards, that's going to be your best bet, are those collector boosters. Or you can also just wait for a little while and probably buy a few of these cards on the aftermarket too, if that's your thing. But there's also some other special packs of these you can buy to sort of increase your odds of getting the Jurassic World cards. And I'll go ahead and throw links to what those packs are in the caption of this video if you're looking to order some cards right now. Because again, they'll be out November 14th, which as of this video is just in a few days. So pretty exciting stuff. I mean, just a really cool collaboration for Jurassic World. It wasn't even on my radar, but once I started seeing these gorgeous cards, I got real into it and have been kind of gathering information. And hopefully this video sort of lays out everything that's coming our way for this Magic the Gathering Jurassic collection. I would note that there's still a secret layer drop that has yet to be revealed. That's just, you know, going to be some more or less remakes of the cards I just showed you with different artwork, but those will be much easier to collect because you can buy them all as one set. But I think that's basically all I have to cover for, again, all 47 cards you can start collecting here in a few days for the Magic Jurassic World collection. But that's all I got. Again, I'm Tim to Collect Jurassic. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.